community because your community is a reflection of you. If you care about yourself, you have to care about your community.
And he does quite a bit throughout the community, throughout schools. But the one that we highlight the most would be Neighbor Works Day. It involves quite a bit. The shopping, the preparation, the organization of it. And when you think about you have to cook for maybe anywhere from 200 or more people, that's quite a bit of work on the outside. Just a great guy. Takes care of the children, takes care of the seniors. One of the best.
People need help sometimes. You have to help them out. That's just all a part of being in the community.
Jean Carter Hill was selected for the Neighborhood Leadership Award first and foremost because she is the person that imagines Englewood.
Imagine Englewood if it's an organization that started from a vision. I remember working in the schools and just saw so many needed children, and I just thought there has to be a way for them to have a better life. So our mission is to improve the quality of life in the Englewood community.
The Nicholson Garden, the garden that's named after her at the Nicholson School, I think stands out as a testament to what we can do when we get people both inside and outside of the community working together.
I've been working with Jean since 2000. We were working over at the Nicholson School, and a lot of the kids don't have healthy food to eat, so we figured let's do a community garden where they can grow fruits and vegetables. And then we found out there's been a lot of lead problems in the area. So Jean has spearheaded a lot of lead testing in the area, so they've tested I think about half the kids in the Englewood area.
Englewood is still the second highest lead producing site in the state. I think that the trip that's upcoming with young people going to Washington is not just, well, let's go look around and take a tour, but they connect it to, here's what's happening in my life.
Going to tour the White House, want to get to speak with some representatives of the House, talk about issues that we're concerned about.
Miss Jean Hill, she does a lot, and I'm glad to be a part of the Magic Englewood because I'm concerned about my community and how I can be safe and what I can do to help my community be safe.
And I work hard with children now to get them to volunteer because I think as a young person, if they learn how to give back, they'll be a better adult. And when you talk to our young people, they have dreams, but a lot of times they don't have the connection to go with the dream to be able to get that in the future. So those are the type of things I listen for when I'm talking to children. What do they really want to do? And do I know anybody I could connect them with?
Successful people see things before they actually happen.
If you want to get involved or you got an interest in something, she knows somebody somewhere, you know, that, oh, you can do this and this and this. Maybe you need to talk to this person. She has like this huge network.
And I love it. I really love talking to people about giving. It's hard to show them that if they give, they'll have more. But I still do it because I have faith in it.
I think that the West Humboldt Park Center for the Performing Arts would be very deserving because they take young kids and bring out their creativity in them. They share that creativity with other people in the community and families feel comfortable.
I love those little kids. They are amazing and I am very, very proud of them. To watch them start from scratch, it's amazing, particularly when they're like just 9 and 10. We celebrated the 25th anniversary of Michael Jackson's Thriller, and the Drama Club did the video Thriller step by step by step. For Christmas, we did Eleanor Scrooge. Just finished our Black History Month production, and it was called Buddy's Homework Assignment, where Buddy had to write about famous people in the civil rights movement. I have some folks who I think are Hollywood bound.
I think what drives her is the passion for knowing that these kids can do better. A lot of the kids in the community don't have the access to resources and facilities like people normally would have. So the Center for the Performing Arts neutralize all of that.
These are the kids whose parents are real concerned about what happens to them. and you have to guide them in the direction that you want them to go in. What we do is develop character. When I send them out into the world, I'm sending a potential employee, a potential employer. I'm sending out a best friend. I'm sending out somebody's husband or somebody's wife. So that person has to be developed right here. When people encounter Kenny and McKenya and Morella and Kiwana and Carla and Markinette, they know that those kids have been touched by this program.
Gregory Bratton was selected for the Leadership Award with Neighborhood Housing Service because of his volunteerism in the community of South Chicago. He's dedicated himself to volunteering in all aspects, not just the neighborhood housing, foreclosure prevention programs and recruitment for jobs and doing resumes and computer literacy, but also dedicated hours and hours at the vegetable gardens that we have out here. He's an all-around volunteer.
Personally, I'm in heaven. I mean, you know, a guard to me is like a child. You know, you don't create, you know, you give birth to a child and just leave it to grow on its own. You mold that child into what you want it to be, and that's the way I do a garden. That's the way I feel about a garden. Out of these two gardens, 2 blocks apart, 50 to 75 families counted on those gardens and harvest from those gardens. It's a natural instinct to be a part of something, whether it be an organization, church, garden. I mean, once a child's curiosity is quenched, he's off and running. I mean, you know, to see their faces glow when 5 days later from a seed, they see a little sprout. They take ownership of that. So I feel that, you know, my voice has become very strong here, and hopefully it'll get stronger.
South Chicago is a very tough community. We've up to 6 generations of residents out here. So when we take somebody like Gregory into our arms and say, he's one of ours and will always be, that says a lot. He takes his words into action.
The smiles and the peacefulness from everyone in it, it gives me a great sense of gratitude. That's my payment. Believe it or not, it's a little joke. About Johnny Appleseed, so he goes around and drops apple seeds all over the world. Well, if a strange tomato grew up in your yard, you know I've been there.
Ms. Brown, the work that she does in this community, her dedication not only to this school, to Hamline School, but also to the community, her involvement with the youth in this community to make her school safer. And at the same time, she's sending a message out that we care. And that shows a lot to these young people, that there are people that care.
I've been principal of Hamline for 9 years, but I've been in the school a lot longer. Education is the key. And for our children to be successful, for our children to be productive citizens, it's part of our mission statement, actually, that we're going to raise lifelong learners and productive citizens. And you can't do that unless you have a good education. We have a pretty extensive after-school program on Mondays and Fridays, social center. So we do offer sports. Plus we offer science clubs, book clubs, arts and crafts. So it's a number of things to try to keep the children interested, and it's very important in this neighborhood based on outside influences, but we try to remember the fact that once the children enter the school, this is a safe place.
Ms. Brown, you can come here at 11 o'clock at night and she's here. You could come on a Saturday evening, she's here. She's a collaborative with Catholic Charities. She's part of the Peace and Education Coalition. She's out here in community barbecues and community activities. This is her family. This is her home. This is where her heart's at, and I think that's what makes the difference.
But I feel whatever your passion is, whatever you do in life, that's your divine calling, that's what you're called to do, and that you're expected to do it with all of your might. Over the years, seeing students come back and say, you know, you taught me in kindergarten, you taught me in preschool. I remember you as my teacher in 2nd grade. I remember you as the assistant principal a few years ago, and now I'm finishing high school. I'm in college. I'm